What's up guys, it's ALLDAYANTHONY. Welcome back to the Civic vlog that you hopefully know and hopefully love. And in today's video, we're installing some seats.
Yeah, I've been running and running to keep it 100, it's all that I wanted. But lately I don't get the stomach. The higher the summit, the harder the plummet. They know me all over this planet. I'm just a man and I can't understand it. Proud that I win and I did it myself. Probably wouldn't if I got the help. Hearing subliminals all on myself. Feel like I'm breaking, I'm falling to hell. Told me I'm sick and I tell her, oh well. Rather be dead than I.
Alright guys, as you can see, I'm on top of a mountain right now, and that's pretty cool, because in today's video, we're not just installing the seats, but I'm also giving you my first impression of the Corbeau RRX seats on the most twisty mountain road that we have here in Boise. But before we can jump in the car and give you my thoughts, we need to hand this video over to Past Anthony, who's doing the installation. Hey future Anthony and friends, thanks for having me, and yes, before we can enjoy these on the open road, we need to install them into the Civic first. So from where we last left off, we unboxed the Corbeau RRX seats and then applied the color lock sealant to have these looking and feeling, oh no, it's happening again, amazing. So from there, we need to uninstall the Del Sol seats. I'm gonna give you guys kind of an overview on how they've been holding up over the years. I'm also gonna give the interior just a quick vacuum. From there, we're gonna be installing the seat brackets onto the base of the Corbeau seats and then installing them into the Civic. It is a plug and play situation, but it's gonna take a little bit of time, so bear with me, and then I'll see you guys on the open road. Alright guys, so here's a look at my interior. If you're not already familiar with it, I'm sure many of you already are. So the uninstallation of the Del Sol seats is pretty straightforward and simple. All you need is a 12mm socket, and there are 4 12mm bolts with one underneath a plastic cover there, and then I have to undo the safety signal wire for the seat belt. After that, everything's gonna pop right out, be nice and clean, and I'm gonna vacuum everything up, get it all cleaned up, and then we're gonna pop the new seats in. So it is really straightforward. I'm not gonna explain everything because you guys will just see as I go along. So let's get after it. So here we go, my junkyard Honda Del Sol seats that I paid all of $30 for and threw some eBay Iggy seat covers on. I've gotten a ton of questions from people wanting to know how these covers have held up over the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, and I seem to have a line forming of people that want to buy these seats off me. But do have some bad news, guys. I'm probably going to be keeping these seats, and the reason is that if I ever sell this car someday, these Corbeaus are sticking with me, and so is that S2000 steering wheel. I'm not getting rid of them. So keeping these around would be much nicer. So anyways, giving you guys a rundown of how they've held up. The headrest is still in fantastic shape. That thing is on there snug. This whole midsection, I have no complaints. This fits really, really tight and looks good. The bolstering here on the upper is pretty nice, and this kind of presses in once you sit in it. My biggest complaint is gonna be down here. So this is where most of the wear and tear on a Del Sol seat will come from, just from sliding in and out. Now you can see kind of the fabric here of the original Del Sol underneath here, because this cover just doesn't sit right. I have it cinched down as tight as I can go, but it still just slides around. Now, I do have a couple holes here forming just from the friction of going in and out, and well, you guys know how it is. So anyways, so yeah, not bad, not great. It just kind of is what it is. I did contact Iggy and said, hey, is there anything we can do about these holes? But they said that their warranty time frame is pretty small, so there was nothing they can do. So my passenger seat's pretty mint. I don't have a whole lot of passengers, so that's still just like new, but this has definitely had a little bit of wear and tear, but not bad. I think for the price and for the people with the budget-friendly build in mind, this is good, but definitely not as good as these. Now, while I have these on the table, we're gonna be removing the seatbelt clip right here and transferring this over to the new bracket. It's really simple, just a couple Phillips here. Pop this off with, I think that's a 14, and that'll transfer right over to the new bracket, and we should be good to go. So, look at that. All right, seat brackets are on. They are a perfect fit. I was super stoked to see that the seatbelt clicker still had plenty of clearance there. So now it's just a matter of whether or not these are gonna fit in the car. Again, I have not seen the Corbeau RRX seats in any Civic before, so I'm kind of a guinea pig here, and I really, really hope they fit. I did my measurements, I checked them twice, so they should work in theory. So let's go ahead, grab them, and put them in the car. I really hope that these fit. I really, really hope that these fit. So far, so good. Get it lined up here. Holy shit. I haven't even gotten the bolts in yet. And like, wow. Wow, I'm so happy. Holy crap, these look good. Oh man, they do sit lower. Oh no, I'm gonna start stroking the seat again because I'm so excited. Holy crap. All right, I gotta get the bolts in. It's not 100% until we get the bolts in, but let's get these things in because I think this is gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So now the question is, do I wait to sit in it until the other seat's in? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. All right, here we go. Slide in here. Holy crap. Oh my God. Holy crap. Guys, I know my thighs are looking really thick right now. This is a perfect fit. I was really worried, to be honest. I was like, do I have to lose like a shit ton of weight? But this fits a 40-inch waist. I'm like a 36-inch for pants. And wow. These are hugging me like my mother never did. I swear to you guys, these are amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta get the other one in now, but man, I cannot wait to get these on the road. Holy crap. Now the question is, how do I get out of these things? I think I'm gonna do the whole leg up and over and then push off. Alright guys, there is two reasons why I am so freaking excited right now. The first, we successfully installed the Corbeau RRX seats, and they are quite literally a perfect fit and look aggressive as all hell. The second, can you guys guess what it is? Yes, no, maybe so? I got to keep my freaking armrest, and I can't believe it. But anyways, I know you guys want to see more of the seats, and I'll definitely show you. But we left future Anthony hanging on the road, so I'll see you there.
Several days later.
Oh gosh, that guy takes forever to do things. Anyways, I'm sure you guys are dying to see what these seats look like in the Honda Civic. So without further ado, here we go. So now that you guys have seen the beauty of the Boise foothills and all the rich people, as well as the beauty of the Corbeau RRX seats, let's throw on a GoPro, head down the mountain, and talk about it. All right, so before we begin, the first thing I want to talk about is the seating position of these seats. These are extremely aggressive for reclinable seats. I was very, very surprised. It's because of the bolstering, it's because of just the seating position and the way that your butt sits in these seats. And what I mean by that is that if this is the, let's just say incline here, your butt's down here and your legs rise up above here. So basically my thighs are going upward towards the steering wheel. Now the next thing I want to talk about is that I have these Corbeau sliders maxed out. I am as far back as I can possibly go, and so it may look like I'm really close to the steering wheel, and that's because I am. I can have my chest literally on the wheel in the most forward position, but I am all the way back. And for reference, I'm 6'1", about 220 pounds, and I have about a 36-inch waist, so yeah, I know I could probably lose a couple pounds. So with me being a bit taller and these slid back as far as they can go, I am pretty much at the max height that I would recommend for these particular brackets. Now, if you're taller than me, let's just say you're 6'2", or you're like a freak and like 6'7", 6'8", no offense, but you would probably want to fab up some own sliders or something like that to be able to fit in this car, because I would say 6'1", maybe 6'2" is probably the max you'd want to go, because my legs are bent, and because of the bolstering, my legs are together right underneath the steering wheel. I am comfortable, but you wouldn't be able to like man spread, if that makes sense. Like the Del Sol seats didn't really have bolstering, so I'd be able to really stretch out, you know, air everything out if I really wanted to, but you get what I'm trying to say. But 6'1", 220, these fit me fantastic. I would say if you were bigger and probably up to maybe a 40-inch waist, I think you could make these work, but the bolstering would be extremely tight. I have a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. Overall though, that's more so the brackets, not the actual seat. So if you were to fab up your own brackets or do something like that, it really wouldn't be a problem. But anyways, guys, so with that said, let's get on the road. Here we go. All right, so I'm not gonna go too crazy down this because there are cops that come up and down this mountain, but I just kind of want to show you guys me hucking it into a couple turns and kind of talking about how the seats feel once I'm in it. But, oh my gosh. This is such a big improvement over the Del Sol seats. Holy crap, man. This is freaking fantastic. Wow. So again, when it came to choosing seats for the Civic, I was being really picky about the whole thing, trying to find something that I would really want. Obviously, the Recaro EK9 seats are fantastic, but it's not the seats that are so much the problem. Again, it's the brackets and finding the rails that work for them, because those are becoming just so sparse. But they're fantastic seats. It's just you're paying, you know, $1,200 to $1,300 for the seats alone, and then trying to source the brackets, and then hoping that the seats are in good shape in the first place. So again, they're just getting pretty pricey, and that's why I kind of chose to go with a new seat option. And these Corbeau seats in this view, amazing, man, amazing. This is the stuff where, you know, on camera or off camera, it's just so much fun. You know, taking a slow car like this, hucking it around corners, you know, once you have your suspension dialed, once you have some decent tires, it's all stuff that you can do, and you just enjoy it, man. It's awesome. But what's interesting is that once you throw suspension on a car, right, and you kind of have a taste of the geometry of a car and how, you know, how it turns and how it handles and what kind of power you can go on into a turn, you have a good feel of what the car can do, but then you have your own body roll that you have as a person, right? You could have the nicest suspension out there and still have body roll if you don't have seats that hug you. And so I'm just a big advocate for, you know, seats that have good bolstering. They don't have to be freaking crazy. These are pretty crazy, but it's like the cherry on top, man. Sitting in any nice seat that has some good bolstering, it just absolutely makes it for me. Hell, man, if I could throw these seats into the Dodge Ram, I would, because I just think that it just makes everything more fun. And my ears just popped. Now, I kind of talked about my leg position in these seats. Because the bolstering is so tight, my legs are obviously close together, and because my legs are close together and pointed at an upward angle, they are pretty much almost touching the steering wheel. When I first put them in, my legs were touching the steering wheel. So how I had to handle that was basically I just tilted the steering wheel up, and it's perfect. I would say that that's exactly where I'd want it, but sorry, I'm just, wow. It's just crazy because God, they just feel fantastic. The car feels nice and healthy, knock on wood. Again, knock on wood. But I just didn't think that they'd make this much of a difference. I really, really didn't. I really, really didn't. Wow. What an evening, right guys? What an evening. On a side note, because I'm a complete weirdo, throwing new seats into an old car, you kind of get, you get what's kind of the new car smell. Kind of the new car smell. I don't want to push it here. But I think that when you have old stinky seats, I think a lot of the smell, you know, in the car comes from those seats. So when you throw in something new, you kind of get maybe the adhesives from the seat or whatever it is, kind of off-gassing, and it just smells kind of like a new car, kind of, you know. I'm saying this in a 1999 Honda Civic, obviously. That's all the twists and turns. We're pretty much losing sunlight at this point, but I did want to bring you guys up here just to actually show you guys the seats in action, and by show you, I mean just throw you out of my head and bring you along for the ride. I think the best part about that drive is that I didn't rub once. Fenders are rolled now, camber's all dialed in. I think this car is definitely ready for more of that kind of action, so I'll have to take it up into the mountains again and maybe do another run with some more fast cars that are, again, much faster than mine, but it's fun, guys. It's a blast. Slow cars are still fun to drive, trust me. All right, guys, and that is going to be a wrap. I had a lot of fun making this video. I want to thank Past Anthony for putting in all the work so I can go out and enjoy it. But these seats are fantastic, man. I absolutely love them. I think that they totally improve the driving experience. They totally improve the car. And everybody that I've shown so far loves them. I mean, like, they see them and they're like, wow. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want a more in-depth look at these seats, you can go back to my first video where I did the unboxing. I have a lot more detail shots and things like that, and it'll give you a better idea of how the seats look and feel as I kind of review them there. But my first impressions, guys, I love them. If you're considering them, buy them. I'm considering this to be probably my favorite mod, if not right there with the S2000 steering wheel. I love them. I think that they're fantastic. I love them so much that, again, if I were to sell this car, I don't think I could part with the seats. I'd probably take the seats out and throw the Del Sol seats in or something, because I just freaking love these way too much. I mean, I'd throw them in the Evo, I'd throw them in the Ram, I'd throw them on a motorcycle if I could, you know, whatever. But so if you want to check out more of what Corbeau has, you can go down to the link below, see if they have brackets that fit your vehicle, see if there's seats that you really like or really want, and buy them. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you guys like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's ALLDAYANTHONY. Peace.